Welcome to Midnight Story. Tonight, I want you to imagine a quiet winter night, where the snow falls slowly, and the world feels soft around the edges. A night where time seems to pause, just long enough, for a tired heart to find its way again. This is the story of a man named Elias, and a train that appears only when the clock strikes 12. Elias stood alone, at a small Colorado train station, long after every scheduled train had gone. The platform was empty, covered in a thin blanket of untouched snow. The air was cold enough to make every breath visible, rising like small clouds that disappeared into the darkness. He had missed his connection, but the truth was, he wasn't sure he wanted to make it anyway. Life had been heavy for a long time, too heavy, and tonight, he felt that weight. More than ever, he walked inside the dimly lit station, expecting darkness, but instead finding the warm glow of old lantern-style lights. Their soft flicker made the air feel quiet, almost expectant, as though the building itself was waiting for him. He glanced up at the old brass clock. Its hands moved slowly, patiently, toward midnight. 1 minute remained. Elias sat on a wooden bench and closed his eyes, letting the silence wash over him. He told himself he would rest for just a moment, just long enough to breathe. But then, a faint vibration trembled through the floor, at first so soft, he felt uncertain if it was real, and then again, stronger this time, like distant thunder, rolling along iron rails. He opened his eyes. The station lights flickered, the air shifted, and outside, he saw something impossible. A train, gliding quietly through the darkness, silver lanterns shimmering, steam curling like mist around its wheels. An elegant, old-fashioned locomotive that did not belong in the modern world. It slowed, with a soft sigh of pressure, coming to rest right in front of him. The clock chimed midnight. The doors opened. A conductor stepped out, tall, calm, wearing a navy coat with silver buttons that gleamed softly under the station lights. He had kind eyes, the kind that made you feel instantly understood. He greeted Elias by name, as though they were old friends. Elias felt his breath catch. He didn't recognize this man, but something in his presence, a warmth, a familiarity, made him feel strangely safe. With a small gesture, the conductor invited him aboard. No explanation, no pressure, just an open door, and a quiet understanding. Elias hesitated, then stepped onto the train. Warm air wrapped gently around him. Golden lanterns glowed along the ceiling. The seats were plush, inviting, the kind that felt like they belonged in an old dream. He settled by a window as the train began to move, with a smooth, silent glide. Outside, the world drifted past, in soft, blurry brushstrokes of snow and starlight. Across from him, a woman hummed a tune, a lullaby he hadn't heard since childhood. A lullaby his mother used to sing when the world still felt simple and safe. Down the aisle, a little boy played with a wooden toy train, identical to the one Elias had once loved. When he was small, every detail tugged gently at the deepest parts of him. The conductor sat nearby, hands folded peacefully, as if he had all the time in the world. His voice was calm when he spoke, like someone reading a bedtime story. To help a restless mind settle, he told Elias that this train appears only for those who need it, those who carry things in their hearts too heavy to hold alone. The scenery outside shifted, the train entering a valley filled with soft, drifting fog. The stars hung low in the sky, glowing like lanterns, guiding the way. Within the mist, Elias saw shapes, gentle outlines that resembled people from his past. A silhouette like his father's, another like his brother's. Figures made of memory, soft and glowing, never frightening, just present, in a comforting way. Emotion rose in his chest, slow and warm, like water filling a vessel. The conductor's voice flowed through the car, like a gentle river. He spoke of unfinished moments, unspoken feelings, memories tucked away, because life kept moving, even when hearts were not ready. Elias lowered his head. He whispered that he had lost someone he never truly let go of. The train slowed as they entered a quieter space. A long corridor, lined with dim, golden lights, and framed photographs of Elias's life, each picture held a moment he had lived, but forgotten. Childhood smiles, family dinners, old friends, moments frozen in time, like small lanterns, glowing in the dark. He walked slowly, running his fingers along the edges of the frames, feeling memories awaken, like warm embers. Near the end of the corridor, he came upon a photograph, set slightly apart from the others. A woman, with bright eyes, and a smile, that held everything good in his world. Clara, his fiancée, his almost wife, the person he lost, before their life together had truly begun. His breath trembled, his heart tightened. He whispered her name, and felt tears fall. Slow, quiet, unforced. For so long, he had avoided this grief. But here, in the glow of the train, it felt safe to finally feel it. The conductor placed a gentle hand on Elias's shoulder, guiding him forward, toward a softly lit doorway. Inside the final car, a single seat glowed, under a small lamp, and in that seat, Clara waited. Not a ghost, not a dream, a presence filled with warmth, light, and love. Elias stepped toward her, with trembling hands. She looked at him, with the same tenderness she always had, as if time had never touched her. He sat across from her, and the train grew still, as though giving them the moment they had both been denied. He spoke through tears, words he had carried for years, words he never got to say. Apologies, memories, love, regret, all pouring out, like a quiet river, finally free to flow. Clara reached out, her touch warm, against his cheek, soft as starlight. She told him that love does not vanish, that he was allowed to live again, that she wanted him to live again. Her form glowed gently, becoming lighter, softer, like a candle, melting into dawn. She told him that she would always be with him, not as a shadow of sorrow, but as warmth, as strength, as love, woven quietly into the fabric of who he was. And slowly, she faded into lights. Elias closed his eyes and breathed deeply. For the first time in years, the conductor led him back to his seat near the front. Outside the window, the sky had begun to brighten. A soft blue touched the horizon. The train slowed, returning to the snowy station, where it had first appeared. Elias stepped onto the platform. When he turned back, the train was already dissolving into the morning air, becoming mist, becoming memory, becoming peace. And then, it was gone. Elias breathed in deeply, feeling lighter, steadier, more whole than he had in a long time. He walked away slowly, with quiet strength, carrying not the weight of loss, but the warmth of love. And now, as you rest, as your breath grows soft, as your body grows heavier and more relaxed, I invite you to drift gently into sleep. If you are new my channel, please subscribe and press bell icon. Let your heart loosen, let your mind soften, let the night wrap around you like a warm blanket. You are safe, you are warm, you are at peace. Good night, and may your dreams carry you gently until morning.